Very nice talking to you. You are in Helsinki?
Oh. It's like 40 kilometers from Helsinki.
40 kilometers. That's kind of far. First of all, I enjoyed your Sisu. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. And a lot of, cool way to kill Nazi, cute dog, and cool hero. Yeah. But I think the movie is very, very simple.
I like to keep it simple, and I think the more simple you have the idea, the better the movie will be. Like you can concentrate on like small things. You don't have to tell like really complex story. I think it's more enjoyable.
Very less dialogues.
That's something that I will continue doing. Like I have an idea about a film where there's no dialogue at all.
Oh, I think the Finland was in a very, very complicated situation during World War II. Yeah, but you didn't explain the situation.
I only gave the information you absolutely need to understand the film.
What inspired you to make this story?
First Blood is one of the main influences. It somehow changed my life when I was a kid. I don't know why it made like a huge impact on me. After that movie, I was spending all my times in a forest with a knife and with a bow and arrows and so I just continued from there. I don't know.
You played with the bow and arrow in the kids?
Yeah. I had a choice when I turned 16. Do I want like this motorcycle, or it's not a motorcycle but the smaller one? What do you call it in English? Like a moped, or this kind of a hunting bow? And I wanted the bow.
Did you play with some firecracker with arrow?
Yeah, I've done everything you can imagine with
First Blood, the first Rambo.
And of course there's like a lot of westerns.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I was watching westerns with my dad when I was a child, and but it wasn't clear from the beginning that this will be like a western in a way. But when I arrived to the location for the first time, which I was searching, and I immediately understood that if you have a guy with a horse riding on this landscape, it will look like a western no matter what you're gonna do. So it's better to like enjoy it and not try to like run away from that. The
movie reminds me of the good and the bad and the ugly. Yeah, because of digging gold and hang by rope. Yeah, many things. It reminds me of the the Sergio Leone's film.
Yeah, not like speaking too much.
And the music.
Yeah. That was basically the hardest thing. Of course, dealing with the horse, but the music was the hardest thing, because usually when I'm editing a film, because you have like all the music in the world, which you can use while you are editing the film, like to try to get the right mood. But in this one, I couldn't find a single song or anything from anywhere which would be like, and I listened like everything. I listened so weird music, like punk music from Nepal, or these kind of really weird things, to like where can I find it? And I'm lucky enough to have the composers who really understood what I was looking for. And when I got the first demo of how this movie will sound like, I knew that we have like found what I was looking for. But it was a hard road for that place.
he uses some female vocal, like Ennio Morricone style, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some throat singing, which is like the sound of Sisu when you start hearing that kind of like, you understand that something is gonna happen soon.
And can we talk about the hero, Atami? He's a little bit Clint Eastwood because he doesn't talk much and always, like very kind of
that
grumpy
was
face.
like the idea for that came in the first place. It came from because usually when I'm thinking the story of a movie, I'm like a prisoner of that situation, that because I'm making movies in a bigger budget than anyone else in Finland, because we have only 5 million people living here, and you can't make a film that expensive, which is like just speaking Finnish. So I need to have like an idea that why we are speaking English in this movie. Like for instance, in Big Game, I needed to have like the President of the United States crashing with the Air Force One in Finland to be able to have that situation that we have to speak English. So I always have to think about that, which is really frustrating. I think the more Finnish way of doing this is not to talk at all, because we don't talk that much here. So I think it's really cool way to do it, so that you can make like international films if you just don't speak. That's what I'm continue doing, because I think that's a really, really good find, like deal with the problem.
So how about Yorma? Is he your brother-in-law?
Yes.
Oh.
I was a huge fan of Jorma Tommila when I was like 18-year-old or something like that, 20. I watched all his movies and I really wanted to work with him somehow. And suddenly I heard that my big sister is dating with Jorma Tommila. So I was like, yes, I'm gonna tell him all my ideas, and maybe we work together someday. And it happened.
Oh, he was already actor when your sister met him.
Yeah, definitely. There was a long many years when he didn't make movies after he met my sister. But he made like really weird movies.
Weird movies?
Yeah, like totally different than anyone else here in Finland.
Oh, how different?
They had this group, like they were like some kind of like almost like an anarchist kind of group.
Oh, really?
Who made this kind of like they were not like for a big audience at all.
Oh, wow.
But I really thought that he's the coolest guy in Finland. And I'm lucky enough to work with him now.
Yeah, let's talk about the production. So how did you get the real tank?
It's not too far from here where I live. There's this guy who's making these safaris. Safaris, like you can go there with your work buddies or something and drive a tank, be on a tank, or do all kinds of like military stuff. And I knew this guy from before, and when I had this idea, I went to his place and started like making choices that this would be. There's been a lot of like conversation in the internet of about the tank, because the tank is too new. It actually it came in the 50s, and it's a Russian tank, but I don't give a fuck. Like it was the biggest tank this guy had, because of course I don't have like a catalog of tanks I can choose from. So of course it would be nice to have like a German the Tiger tank or something, but there are not too many of German tanks in the world, because as it happens, Germany is not too proud about their military history, so they don't have like museums of Nazi vehicles. There's actually only one Tiger tank in the world, and it's in UK. And you got here.
Yeah, in the movie Fury. Do you remember David Ayer's movie? Yeah, they use it. Yeah. How about the heavy machine guns? That's a real one? Russian heavy machine gun.
Yeah. They all.
That's crazy.
I don't know. In Finland, we have a lot of that war stuff. In museums and in some people who collect war items. It's not too hard to find like that kind of stuff in Finland, because Finnish are very proud of their like military history of kicking the Russians in the ass and stuff like that.
Atom can protect, by just a gold pen, the heavy machine guns bullets. That's crazy.
It is crazy, but it worked.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, because he's a Sisu.
Yeah.
Could you explain about the title and the word Sisu to Japanese people?
Well, they just have to see the movie, because that's why I made it, so I don't have to explain it to anyone. That's the movie is my explanation of the word Sisu.
Okay. Okay, that's good answer. Okay, the last question. Okay, what's the next project?
It might be a sequel for Sisu, but not sure yet.
But the Sisu is kind of quite a success.
Yeah, it was really big success, and I was thinking of going to Hollywood, of shooting a film this year, but they've been striking so many months now that that project has it has been impossible to develop it. So I'm trying to write my own stuff again, and maybe I shoot something cool next year.
Next year, okay, yeah, I want to see that. Yeah.
And me too.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah,
thank you
very much. Yeah, moi moi.
Moi moi.